And in another turnaround for Qantas, one of the unions representing workers says the airline's management should be congratulated on today's result. Tony Sheldon is the National Secretary of the Transport Workers Union, which represents Qantas ground staff. He spoke to our business reporter, Pat McGrath.
Well, there's some relief that the company's finally turned around. What's critically, and we're saying to the company today, and we've been saying now for a number of years, and that is that they need to engage the workforce, and they need to be turning around and considering that how we turn around and make permanent, well-trained jobs within this company, because we've seen part of the mistakes on the transformation program and some of the things that have worked. What hasn't worked, and that is that they've managed to make redundancies at the same time of permanent staff, while at the same time replacing them with 2 or 3 part-time employees. That's an ideological decision rather than a decision about providing better service and better trained employees.
Now, you've been deeply critical of the Qantas board and senior management over the years in their handling of this transformation process. Were you wrong? Have they set the right course?
Look, I've got to say this, that the company needs to be congratulated for getting the improvements in the turnaround. That's something that's in everybody's interest across the community, but they can actually go further in making it a stronger and more viable business by having quality, trained and educated staff within their business. When replacing permanent staff by 2 to 3 casuals is driven by ideology, and that's one of the things the transformation program has unfortunately included, is an ideology rather than good business sense. And right now at Qantas Catering, they're going through another set of redundancies, additional costs to the business, and then replacing them with 2, 3 casual employees to do the work.
So why does it matter, though, if it's an ideology, if it's a profitable ideology, and it's something that keeps the airline sustainable? Because surely that's in the interest of the many thousands of workers who are still employed by Qantas who want to see it continuing. Why not take a strategy that casualises the workforce but keeps the airline profitable?
Well, I think what's happened is that only one piece of the ideology has worked, and the second piece that's not working, and that is how they've engaged their employees and kept quality staff and reduced the high turnover of their business. A business is about shareholders, it's about managing the business, and it's critically important about the people that actually make the business up, the employees, and how they service customers. The company's losing the servicing customers and the quality staff by the approach they've made there. They could be a stronger business today, have a higher profit if they had taken a different course on this one aspect that they've failed to meet the marks on.
Now, 3,800 Qantas employees have gone since they announced this turnaround program, but we haven't heard much about the redundancy program, what it was actually like, what it's been like, and what the negotiations have been like. Does that tell us that it's all run pretty smoothly? What's the perspective from the unions involved in this process?
If you look at my record of comments about the company's approach on this ideological approach on employees' rights, I've been consistently saying that they've got it wrong. They continue to get it wrong. And it's not in the interest of the airline or the flying public, let alone, importantly, of course, the employees as well, for the company to continue on this course, because the profit could be higher if they got it right, but ideology's got in the way of good business sense.
And Qantas executives are due to have another look at their pay freeze, their 18-month pay freeze, which is going to expire in July. Given that they've returned to profit and are on course for a strong full-year profit, do you think they deserve a pay rise?
Well, we've got the highest paid airline executives in the world working at Qantas. I don't think they deserve a pay rise, but what they do deserve, and that is to take responsibility for what's happened in the past of the airline and how we move together with the workforce rather than against them.
That's the Transport Workers Union National Secretary, Tony Sheldon, speaking to our business reporter, Pat McGrath.